What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and today I'm coming at you guys with more War Rock support. So, just like they hinted last set, um, Lightning Overdrive, yeah, it was Blazing Vortex. So, Blazing Vortex, we got introduced to War Rock. This is the one of two TCG exclusive archetypes that are coming out within these last two sets. The first set of War Rock cards. I think I basically said that they need to be improved and improved bad. Well, Konami tried and this flopped so hard. I'm sorry. I can't even try to defend it. It flopped so hard. There's so much wasted potential on so many good cards in this archetype. Ooh, excuse me. That honestly, I'm very disappointed that Konami TCG literally just sat here and sat on this really good archetype that could have been a improved version or basically an more of a modern day version of what the Amazonists were. And they completely shot on this archetype. Now, I am going to go over the cards that they are including. It's another batch of 7. And I'm gonna go over each one, and then I'm gonna also compare a lot of this to what we previously got, and then just summarize it all together. So first off, we have Warrock Winto. She's a level 4 Earth Attribute Warrior type monster. She has 1800 attack and defense. Her effect reads, if your Earth monster battles an opponent's monster, during the damage calculation, quick effect, you can pay 800 life points. Your battling monster gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. If this card is sent from your monster zone to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 5 or higher Warrock monster from your hand or deck. You only use each effect of Warrock Winto once per turn. Warrock Mahmud, level 5 Earth Attribute Warrior type monster, 2000 attack and defense. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are warrior monsters, you can normal summon this card without tribute. If an Earth monster battles an opponent's if your Earth warrior monster battles. After damage calculation, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. Then, all Warrock monsters you currently control gain 200 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. You can only use this effect of Warrock Mahmud once per turn. Warrock Meteor God. I think that's how it's pronounced. Level 7 Earth Attribute Warrior type monster. 2600 attack and defense. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can negate the effect of that opponent's monster in this turn, as well as the activated effects or effects on the field of monsters with the same original name. During your opponent's turn, once their turn during the battle phase in which your Earth Warrior monster battles, quick effect, you can make all Warrock monsters you currently control gain 200 attack until the end of this turn. Also, until the end of your opponent's turn. Also, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. We have the Warrock spell card. This is Warrock Dignity, quick play spell. You must control a Warrock monster to activate either of these effects. When an opponent's monster activates an effect, activates its effect, negate that effect. During battle phase, when your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, negate the effect negate that effect. You can only activate one Warrock Dignity per turn. Warrock Spirit, quick play spell. During the battle phase, you can target one Warrock monster in your graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Special summon that target in attack position, but for the rest of the turn, its effects are negated and it cannot attack directly. Special summon that target in defense position. Also, the first time Warrock monster you control would be destroyed by battle, this turn it is not destroyed. You activate one Warrock Spirit per turn. Warrock Generations, normal trap. During battle phase, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, so summon one Warrock monster from your deck. And if you activate this card during your opponent's turn, for the rest of the turn while you control that face up special summon monster, your opponent's monsters cannot attack except to attack that monster. You can only activate one War Rock generations per turn. War Rock Big Blow, normal trap card. During the main phase, if a face-up War Rock monsters you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. You can only activate one War Rock Big Blow per turn. So, looking at the War Rock monsters we already have. We have War Rock um, Bashalios, we have Warrock Skylar, Warrock Orps, we have Warrock Gakatos, and we have Warrock Fortia. Looking at these monsters, looking at the one, two, three new additions, so that's a total of 8 monsters in the main deck. The overall gimmick of it isn't, like I said, it's not bad. The issue I have with this archetype is that it is so battle phase heavy that a lot of these monsters easily will be destroyed by battle before they can easily be destroyed by card effects before they even get into the battle phase. Many of them need battle. All of them need battle phase at some point in time to really trigger off something they're going to do, or to really take advantage of having their effects go off. With that in mind, um, there is a lot of lost potential with this archetype, and there's so much that could have easily been done to really give this archetype a lot of its own oomph. Um, One missed opportunity is that I'm looking at this archetype as a full, and there needs to be more, you know, more stability in it, because it is just there's no real defenses outside of a few card effects, and outside of dignity from what I'm looking at, most of it is going to have to actually come from actual battle phase. There's like nearly no monsters that have an effect that says protect this monster during, main phase 1. And the only one I can literally see looking at this is dignity. That's it. That is literally the only one out of these cards that is really trying to put a good emphasis on protecting the monsters during the, not going into battle phase. Another problem that I have with this archetype is they have no extra deck monster. And with 2 cards like Generations and Warrock Spirit, these would be great plays for extra deck plays. Especially considering how they can at least bring stuff to the field and then be able to take advantage of that whole, hey, we have these cards on the board and let's try doing stuff with them. So, yeah, it's so, honestly, in my opinion, this is a real letdown. They could have done so much more with this archetype, and they're just literally letting it flop. I really just, I feel bad because there are a lot of people who probably do want to play this archetype and want to give this archetype a lot of support. But holy crap, this archetype, yeah, this archetype, it gonna need some help. It's gonna need some help. Like, if, with the next set, I think that's Dawn of Majesty, if they continue to bring more Warrock support, make it to where it helps them during the main phase, so they're not just so easily blown away. Like, even if you have one particular one, like, in not terms of cells and traps, like, not like that. No, I want to see card effects to protect monsters while they're still on the field. Not, oh, if they're destroyed, then you can get these effects. Now, how about protection like Forbidden Lands, or protection where the protection is that I'm going to protect your monster from being destroyed by card effect, and then I can protect. Then you can do all these other things during the battle phase. Or if you're going to do it during the battle phase, then here you go. These are your options. Give them some Amazon like support. You know, monsters that say uh, that are some more Amazon S support. They do need some extra deck monsters. Maybe that would help you. Like maybe a Link monster or an AC monster, because a lot of them they're oriented between. We got 8, 6, 5, and 4. I believe here we have 4, 5, and 7. So 2 sevens, 1 8, 4 fours, and 2 fives. Oh no, 3 fours and 2 fives. Yeah, I honestly think they could have made at least one extra deck monster. It's not any, at least an exceed to really help them out. Oh, this is horrible. And when I look at other TCG exclusive archetypes that have come out before them, a lot of them were way better. Like Mutant was better than this. Um, God, I can even go back further. Cosmo, Burning Abyss, Kaiju, even the UA, and looking at UA overall, UA would have been better. It's more better than this, and at least even more stable. Like UA, FA, yeah, those like the Ultra athletes, the Formula athletes, yeah, all a little more better structured than this is. This honestly, if there is one thing I can give it some type of benefit to, this would be great in Duel Links. This would be a great Duel Links archetype. Is that probably why they made it? Just so that they can have the cards to say, okay, we can put these in Duel Links now because we've made these cards. So now we can put them into Duel Links. And if that was the case, that was a bad move too, because this didn't have to be TCG exclusive. You could have just, TCG and OCG this, and then put it in the Duel Links. I mean, it would have probably worked out better in Duel Links than it would have here. But I'm sorry, I'm not for this archetype. This archetype is horrible, and it's so much wasted potential that could have been better if they made more of the effects able to do stuff outside of the battle phase. And it's not at all. And I'm like thinking of warrior support that could have at least helped this, and even then, a lot of that is just like, yeah, still same problem. You could have done a lot more of this outside of the battle phase and could have protected them. So I I'm gonna give it some time. Maybe we'll see some people do some more with it. But I'm sorry, this is still a D stock. This is a graded D deck, and I cannot sugarcoat it, because these monsters need protection and they don't have none of it except for one card, and that one card is very situational. Like, give this archetype, what would I say to give this archetype? No inclusion of Rhoda, no inclusion of, yeah, give this archetype its own Marauding Captains. I give it monsters that can special summon them when they're summoned. Give these monsters a um more effects during the main phase so that they can sustain themselves. Give them more effects that can protect them both in main phase and battle phase, not just battle phase. And it would be fine. Other than that, I mean, this is just, you guys can do whatever you want to with it, but I'm not dealing with this. I'm not touching this hot tech anymore because this is just a waste. And it could have been so much. It honestly could have been better. And unfortunately, we have better Earth Warrior archetypes that do more. And we have better warrior archetypes that can do more. Like, even if Isolde was included into this extra deck, Isolde, Marine Captain, Goblinberg. Like, I'm thinking of all the warrior support that could potentially make this deck better, and it's just like, you could have made a deck out of all that on its own, and it still play out a lot better. And most of that I just named is toolbox for Utopia. So even if this deck was supposed to be, quote, could have been a, quote, toolbox for Utopia, the odds of it being as good as it is, it's failed. And Konami just basically sat this out to die. And I can't even remember the other TCG exclusive archetype, and that only got 2 cards. So yeah, hopefully Dawn and the Majesty does some improvements. So maybe if they're listening to people's, reactions to this archetype, then maybe they'll do something better. But if they don't, then this is just failed. Like, just go to the other TCG archetypes, or just better yet, just focus some more on Sword of Corset, because that's what a lot of people are gonna do anyway. But yeah, I at least wanted to share my opinion on this new support and follow up to the last War Rock video. So let me I'm gonna end the video here, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think of War Rock, and is there anything that I missed, or is there anything that you would like to see improved for this archetype as well? So leave all that in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out tremendously. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be informed of when I do upload more content. And of course, in the description box below are the social media links so you guys can interact with me via social media. Facebook, Instagram, and much more, as well as the Patreon for the channel. So if you guys would like to help support the channel via Patreon, you can. And maybe at the end of the videos, you guys can get your name shouted out. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. HPJ, signing out. Take care.